Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. Today we are going to be catching as many minnow species as we can find along the river and in this little stream here. Now I've already found a school of some minnows right in the middle of this stream. So we're gonna see if we can get them right now. My net's a bit big, but we were indeed successful. First lunge of the day. We've got some smaller fish here. Let's see what they are on my phone camera. Okay, now these appear to me to be some sort of small shiner or something. They're definitely not the fry of some larger fish, but they appear to be some sort of, you know, bait fish. No stripe on the body, very solid silver color, very pretty fish. There's just a whole bunch of them in this stream. I'm gonna make a few more swipes just to see if we can catch any other species in here, because that would be a really cool start of the day. All right, I see some bigger stuff in here too. See if we can get a bit closer. I'm gonna make my net. Okay, I think that's as long as I can make it. Oh, here we go, we can make it longer. Okay. And looks like more of the same, okay. I'm discovering that there's a lot of these little shiny guys. There's loads of them. Probably a couple hundred in here. Let's see if we go around this log. Maybe there's some deeper water where there might be some bigger fish. Maybe some other stream species. These minnows look slightly larger to me. I could just be making that up though in my head. Oh, what are these? Oh, that is very interesting, guys. Check these out. I think they're the same species, but they're a bit bigger. Very pretty. Let's see. Yep, they just look like little silver shiners or something. I'm not quite sure. I can put up the true species identification when I get home and start editing this video. I'll do some research into it. Let's see, there's a whole bunch on this sand flat. Yep. More of the same, more of the same. It looks like this stream is just completely dominated by these minnows, whatever they are. Which is very interesting, because this stream is downstream of a place full of sunnies and bass and stuff, but I only see this one species of minnow. Over there too, yep. Okay, well, let's keep moving. Let's see if we can catch some more species down, either further downstream or just in the river. Okay, guys, I see a whole bunch of stuff in this stream here. Here we go. Another one of those minnows from before. Little guy, though. There's some bigger stuff in here, though, I can tell. This place is very, very shallow and very, very flat. Earlier in the year, this place was full of all kinds of carp and stuff that I was catching on conventional tackle. Come on, please. Yes, got him. Got him. Whew. Only took a long time, but now it's very dried out. We've had a little rain over the past couple of days, but not much. So the streams and rivers are very low, which is good for what we're trying to do today. Here we go. This is something different, guys. See if we can get the camera on this. This looks like species number 2. Now this to me looks like it could be a variety of things. Where'd he go? Here he is. But I'm thinking some sort of sucker species. Little tiny baby one. Look at the head shape and the color of the fin. Looks very sucker-like to me for some reason, like a little fry. I'm not quite sure though. Just a possibility. Here's another one of those from before. Speckled top on the body, bright silver scales on the sides, a very sucker-like mouth. So I really think that that's some sort of, you know, baby red horse, baby sucker. kind of deal here, which is probably what a lot of these fish are, because we have a very, very large population of white suckers and red horses in this river, which is just right over there. So I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of these fish in here were somehow those species. That just looks like another one of these minnows that we've been catching. Okay, let's move on to the main river, where hopefully we'll be able to find some really, really sweet stuff. Okay, there's a school right here. Let me try to get that. Nothing, okay. Let's move on to the main river, see what else we can catch. Maybe we can catch some more, you know, baby game fish would be really neat. Baby sunnies, baby bass. I also have my fly rod with me today just in case we need it, and this seine just in case we need it, because it might be difficult getting some of these minnow schools to come in from the river. But we're gonna see what we can do. There we go. Okay, we caught something cool this time, guys. Check this out. This is a baby largemouth. Oh no! Okay, there we go. This is a baby largemouth bass. Check that out, guys. Isn't that sweet? This little guy is probably just in here feeding on all these other minnow species. Gonna get really big really fast. And we just caught, I didn't even think that was a largemouth bass that I was trying to catch. I thought it was just a really big minnow. But that's really sweet. Okay, let's see if there's any other species in here. I see some movement. All right, I'm seeing some fish out on this little flat here. I've set up my seine, and I'm gonna see if I can't catch them just with my net, if I can bring them that way and corner them against the bank. There's a big school right here. I'm gonna go around them, see if we can move them. The water's very clear today, which makes this a lot easier. Yep, here we go. Another one of these little silver guys. There he goes. It's probably a shiner of some sort, but I don't know yet. There we go, I fixed my net, let's go. Okay, just gonna skirt this bank. I'm out in about a foot of water. I see a bunch of fish, but they're in too deep for me to catch right now. Oh, here we go, look at this. This is a dead fish. It's very dead. It's got a single spot behind its tail right there. That could help us with identifying these guys. It was just floating right there. We might make use of that and use it as bait later on in the day to see what's eating these minnows. So I'm just gonna put that right there. Actually, I'll put it in the water so it doesn't get all gross. All right. Because obviously with this amount of bait around, there's gonna be stuff eating it. And hopefully the second part of this video will be exposing what's eating it. And I'm gonna do a bit of fly fishing. It's gonna be my first fly fishing video ever, so it's gonna be very, very scuffed, I'm sure. So I'm seeing some bigger minnows out here. I just don't know if I can catch them. I lost them. The wind is making this a lot harder. So it's harder to see in the water, and I gotta see them to catch them. It's also making me a lot harder to see though, so that's helpful. There was one. Nope. Nothing. There's some. I had to caught one of those. No. Wow. The deeper the water is, just makes it that much more difficult to catch them. As tip for you guys, if minnows are in a body of water, they're almost always, except for those guys in the middle right there, they're almost always gonna be in, like, how do I describe it? The bottom, like, 5% of the water, which means they're gonna be in the, like, along the bottom most of the time, because that's where the current's slowest. That's where they feel safest from aerial predators like me coming and swooping in on them. So whenever you make a swipe to catch a minnow that you see or you don't see, you're gonna always wanna end the swipe when you feel the bottom. And to be successful, you're almost always gonna have some part of the bottom in your net once you scoop up. So even if you see a fish on the surface or near the surface, a good scoop to catch that fish would include a lot of sand or gravel or whatever is on the bottom, which is what I'm trying to do here, but very, very unsuccessfully, in case you couldn't tell. I almost always recommend starting with your net above the water, because that way it gives your swing much more speed and you can really just fire it out there. I'm using just a comically long net, but especially with a shorter net where you need to get closer to the fish, almost always start out of the water when the water's this clear, because when it's murky, you can get away with having it in the water because the fish can't see it very well. They can only sense it with their lateral lines. But when the water's clear like this, have it out, because then you can get it over the fish without spooking them too bad and have a better chance of catching them. Here we go. Yeah, more of these little shiner type guys. There he goes. Oh, this guy made it halfway through my net. Come on, buddy. There we go. Another one of those little shiner looking. Let's let him go. As you can see, the minnows that I'm catching and releasing are all just fine after being in my net. Over the years, I've gotten pretty good at just humanely catching minnows, and it may look like I'm just absolutely whacking the heck out of them with this. I'm actually not. What I'm doing is I'm aiming slightly above the school and then sweeping towards me along the bottom. Like I was talking about earlier, you gotta be on the bottom when you're doing this. The rocks around here make it harder because rocks catch at your net and make it bounce off the bottom, making it go into the water higher than the minnows are at. All right, guys, I'm gonna hide my stuff in the bushes, my minnowing stuff, and then I'm gonna go over on the island and see if we can find some fish. It's looking pretty bleak. Did not see anything going on anywhere. I'm hoping that area will be my salvation, because that's some deep, slow water right there, which is good. But it's not gonna be easy. So I'm just gonna hide my little things in the bushes. All right, guys, I'm roughly in the 3/4 of the way through the river. You can really see how clear it, or how shallow it is out here. I'm in about a foot of water, and I've made it all the way out here. And I was casting thinking that it would be at least 2 feet deep out here, but it's really not. It's about a foot. Okay, so this crossing is gonna be a lot different than the one I did just in there. This one is very fast, so you gotta choose your route very carefully because the rocks can be slippery. That's interesting. Okay, oh, that's right, I put it in my, okay. I did not feel my phone in my pocket, then I remembered that I put it in my tackle box. Okay, so, sorry about that, guys. So, the idea of this crossing is it's a lot faster and a lot more slippery than the one we just did. So, we've got to be careful about it, but in a different way. We're gonna keep our legs very far apart, keep a wide base so we're steady. Then we're gonna just look for the brightly colored rocks, and then just using our brains and our eyes, we can judge how deep in the water these brightly colored rocks are. And so far, I'm in about 6 to 8 inches of water. We're doing great. This is the sketchy part. Now see how it gets really dark in between me and here. There's light rocks over there. It's dark in here. We're gonna try to go around the dark as most as we can, because that means that there's more water right there. And that's not good. Now, I'm gonna see if we can cross here. I think we can. This looks doable. But you gotta remember, the water's faster, so you gotta keep yourself wide. I'm gonna keep my tackle box out of the water because that's where I got my phone and my GoPro batteries and everything important right now. But we can't get wet. Okay. Now I see some more light rocks that I'm working myself towards. Don't be afraid of going downstream with the current if it's too strong. That can oftentimes help things, as long as there's not a deep pool right where you're gonna step, which there is in my case, so I'm not gonna do that. Now I can tell that I'm pretty much in the clear. I can angle and allow the current to push me wherever it wants. And here we are, we made it. We crossed onto what I call Whirlwind Island. Now, the trick about this place is that it's a very deep pool where the current slows down and deposits food for minnows and all kinds of things. It's a very good spot to fish. I've caught a lot of fish here on spinning tackle. So we're gonna see. I hear a lot of birds. That's a good sign as always. It's always good for a lot of nature to be around when you're fishing. There's a big bass. Okay, never mind. All right, we saw a big one. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna try to catch him without spooking him more. He just took off right in front of me. I've got on a good fly for this. See if we can get him to at least follow this in, so I know where he's at. Oh, there's something moving down there. Oh yeah. What is that? Is that a fish? What is that? I saw something moving up there. I heard sticks breaking. What the heck? Okay. I'm sure it's nothing, but I'm just gonna go carefully. I definitely saw sticks breaking. It could have been just like nothing, but I am kind of out in the middle of the woods completely alone, so that's kind of cool. I'm just gonna keep my eye on that. Oh, it's a person. Okay. Just chilling, doing something. I'm not gonna bother them, so they can just chill out. They're probably just enjoying the nature too. I'm just gonna move this way. It's kind of weird. All right. I wonder what they were doing out here. They didn't have fishing stuff. They didn't really seem to have anything. I'm gonna move this way, fish the stream a bit more. Then I'm gonna keep my, I'm gonna stay vigilant. All right. You know what, I think for now I'm just gonna go back over to the other side of this stream, so I don't have my back to them. It's probably a good idea. Just gonna fish this a little bit. I'm debating going back across after seeing that. I don't know, I kind of feel comfortable on this side though, so I might fish over here for a bit. It's just, I don't want to go back over there where I have that entire forest to my back when I'm trying to fish this stream. Even though I saw some sunnies and stuff in there, I just don't know about that. It doesn't feel right. This does not feel like a good idea. It's like, I'm sure they're just normal people just trying to chill, but it is a bit bizarre, and I am alone out here, so I don't know. It's a very popular area. People come out here all the time. It's not unusual to see other people out here at all, but at the same time, it's just good to keep this kind of stuff in mind. Good to stay mindful of it, guys. You gotta stay safe out here. Wasn't really catching stuff out here anyways, so we did see fish though. Wouldn't really be leaving too much, I don't think. But maybe, who knows. I'm gonna pop over on this side of the stream and see if I can get those bass, but then I'm gonna leave, move back to where I was before. Okay. You know what, I think I'm just gonna turn back. Head back across the river and fish over there. I think it's smart. Alright guys, tell me this. What on earth is that? Is it a tadpole? Oh wow, yeah. It's like a frog that's turning, it's a tadpole turning into a frog. Oh, where'd he go? Come here, buddy. This is so cool, guys. Whoa, I've never actually seen one of these before in person. Check this out. It's a little baby frog that's still got the tail, but is quickly turning into an adult. That's so cool. I just took this scoop right here, and this is fascinating. First of all, I somehow managed to catch a big old crayfish. Look at this guy. He is huge. Managed to catch a big old crayfish. There he goes. I caught this right here, which is a little baby largemouth bass, which is what I thought a lot of these fish were. You can see that right there. And then I caught this, which is really neat. It's a little tiny baby sunfish. Bluegill. There he goes, look at that. So there is a lot of different species in here, obviously. There's a couple huge carp feeding right in front of me. Huge fish, guys. Don't spook, please don't spook. Holy cow. Okay, that one didn't spook. Can I get the fly down on him? Holy cow, guys. Nope, there they go. They saw me. I don't think they even saw the line. They just saw me and took off. Holy cow. Yep, they're gone. Dang, man. Oh my gosh. Big carp right there. Literally right there. Okay, good cast. As long as he doesn't see the line. Oh, he saw it, I think. Yeah. Dude, if only I had my carp stuff with me. I could try to catch one of these guys for real. Even if by some miracle I hooked this fish on the fly rod, there's nothing I could do to fight it. Absolutely nothing. There we go. Wow. We finally got one on the fly rod. Only had to go upstream into the different spot, but we got ourselves, wow, he choked it too. A really, really nice green sunfish right here, guys. Check that out. Beautiful fish. Check this out, guys. Here's another one of these little green sunnies. Very fun to catch on a fly rod and pretty easy to catch too.